Oh. That is such relaxing music. Okay. We're live, I think. And we're recording. Just sick. Sign in to chat. Son of a biscuit eating bulldog. Isn't this cool? Like, this actually could kind of hold our drinks and it lights up. Not that they can see. Maybe they can. Complete your sign in the pass key. Oh! Try another way. Use your pass key. Oh, gosh dang it. No! I shouldn't have logged out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that my pass key? Okay.
Enter passcode. Did you forget your passcode?
I have so many passwords.
Just don't say out loud or people will know how to log into your account.
Can they see this? They can't see what's on our screen, right?
No, but they will. They can always have bots to kind of like type in as any type of email that's already existed.
Oh my gosh. We don't want that to happen.
Nope.
Let us play with him. What's this thing called? I found it. And I'm not gonna say. Oh, I remember now. Enter password. You shall not pass.
But we shall have to pass to be able to see your chat.
Dude, that's right. I wonder how many. Should I say show password?
You hit it soon after I couldn't even remember what it was.
We're in. What's up, chat? Okay. Cool. Now that that's there, I think what I can do... Oh, it has to be on the same page, so we'll just go like this. Like that. Pull that in front of our beautiful faces. Okay, they can see pretty good. That light's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Now, where did the chat go? What is going on? Did you see that? It's over here. Found it. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties for anybody that watches this back, I guess. All right. No. That's no bueno. Well, we don't really need to see the chat all the time. Okay. So, Derek, you wanted to kick it off with something, and I can't remember exactly what it was.
I texted you about it. Let me double check.
I'm going to... I was just thinking about those, like, Harry Potter parts where here, add your choice. Ask me in a week, sure. Where they go off script. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, that's like us right now. We're just going off script.
Yeah, which is usually always a case for us.
Don't make it so obvious. I'm just teasing. I just want to make sure that was still going. Gosh, man, one day we're going to have this thing so organized, it's going to be insane.
And have a better quality mics and microphones or cameras. I said mics and then microphones right after.
It's like, what's wrong with my mic? Just kidding.
And then there's like that type of thing.
Big ones we want.
And probably a better setup, but this works. Anything works, so it's fun. It'd be kind of funny to just look back at a lot of our own videos.
Dude, I know, right? Could probably delete that later. Yeah. Cool, we are live. We are officially live. Let's see. Oh, I was going to put this in our Twitter/X. I don't know what people call it, really. Maybe later. I just want to edit. Oh, it won't let you edit.
It's a premium thing.
Oh my gosh. Can I just delete that then? No, whatever. post.
We're live or something like that.
I love that. Ciao. And then we'll do it to our community tab. I think, because this is our community tab, right?
Yeah.
Posts. We're live, even though it probably tells them that.
I think if they have their notifications on, then yeah, it would notify them that we're live.
Sick. You said, oh, I remember what you were asking. First of all, plug for Fresca, because, you know, obviously they're paying us. Just kidding.
Yeah,
not really.
Fresca or Mountain Dew, sponsor us, please. It'll probably become a running joke that we keep asking, but sponsor us just for the fun of it.
Yeah, just like that one creator with Psychonat. Or
Oh.
Kaisenat. Psychonat.
It's like the running joke for...
Did I tell you about this one time when I was in my MBA program? I knew it was him. I just couldn't quite, or I knew he looked so familiar. I got in the elevator, and then he came, flying in there and didn't say a word. Didn't say a word to me. And we're going down the elevator, 4 stories high. And I look at his backpack, and I'm like, oh, that's that TikTok kid. That he looks kind of like Asian, and not kind of, I'm pretty sure he's Asian. And he goes around and gives away free laptops and stuff at UVU. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no clue. I'm just nodding, but I don't know who it is.
At the end of his videos, he always says Kai Cenat, please collab, or Drake collab. One day I found him we were in the elevator, and the only reason I really recognized him was wow, he looks so familiar. Because I'd seen him on TikTok and stuff, but he had this really cool pin from TikTok on his backpack. And I'm pretty sure his backpack was branded as TikTok, and I was like, this kid, oh, who is he? He might be an influencer or whatever. And sure enough, he was. I can't remember what his name was though, but
yeah, I grew up. I kind of grew up watching game theorists. And then it became it's a gaming YouTuber that just make tons of theories. One of his running jokes was him drinking Coke, and he's like, "Please sponsor me, Coke," and they never sponsored him. It became a massive joke for a while before he got swapped out, before he stepped away from hosting.
No kidding. Did he get pretty big?
He got massive. He made 4 different channels, and even YouTube honored him when he retired.
No way.
Yeah. They made their own video of
Coke
Matt Pat.
Never sponsored him.
Nope. I don't. Not that I know of.
He
I may be wrong.
Turned him down by the point they wanted to or something.
I think they might have. I never researched it, but
that's funny.
What was the thing that I wanted to ask both of us?
Anything interesting happened this week?
Oh yeah.
Well, there was a shooting apparently right by my work. Yesterday.
Oh, was it on the freeway?
Yeah, it was. It shut down the freeway.
Yeah, I was driving to another thing when on the other side of the freeway when it happened.
Not that everybody needs to know where I work during the day. Deadly Draper shooting marks Utah's 4th officer-involved critical incident this year. An officer from Riverton. Sorry, I will include this so you guys can see where this is at. Draper shooting. So, from what I understand, and I haven't read any articles yet, but from what I heard from my coworkers, and they looked it up on KSL, this link that I'm posting here, if it'll post, is that it was like a traffic stop, and the guy pulled a gun on, why isn't that pasting? Look at that. Weird. Struggling.
Your whole entire screen is frozen.
It just froze. Here we go.
You can't go to any tabs or anything. It just keeps glitching out.
What is going on?
Oh, now it's very laggy.
You know what I think I need to do? I think I need to exit out of some of this stuff. We are having some major technical difficulties. Whoa, what's going on there? What just happened? Do you think OBS wouldn't shut if I closed out?
I don't think so. I'm not too familiar with OBS, so...
That's not good. Force quit. Holy crap. My computer
We know it's bad when it doesn't even do anything like that.
Force quit Google Chrome. Yeah, just freaking shut it down. Okay, well, OBS is still going, so that means we're still live.
Yeah. Let me check on my phone. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure. Is that okay?
Like, I don't know, chat. I'm just looking at the thing and see if it's actually live or not. Looks like it's still going on.
Yeah, I think it is. Here's Google. Excellent. I'm not even going to have it restore pages because it bugged out. Okay. We're back. My computer just like glitched out. I gotta go to post. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Draper shooting. Okay. We're back. My computer just like glitched out. Like, this is actually crazy. They shut down. I gotta go to post. Okay, so here's that. I wonder if that's why, because there's like a video. What's happening? Draper shooting. Here's the article. We're putting it in X and
YouTube chat, like the community.
YouTube. The community.
Should we reread some of this? Probably, but did I? No. I don't know about you.
But basically, so deadly Draper shooting marks Utah's 4th officer-involved critical incident this year, which is crazy. So they shut down southbound, like the whole freeway. Dang.
So that's why it was a really long line on the other side of the freeway. I was driving up to Salt Lake when that happened. Like when it kind of like there was tons of traffic when they were trying to get off the freeway. It was like 10 exits, and at least 10 exits backed up. Like it was bad. And the reason I was going up to Salt Lake is what I was doing this past week to kind of go off of what we were talking about earlier. I was helping with a Christian group, like a Christian scene group called J209. They're a newer group.
J209?
Yeah, J209. It's mostly a
musical band.
Yeah, it's a musical band. Like they were just filming a music video, and like my friend, his brother-in-law was in charge of filming it.
Holy cow, they look like super legit.
Yeah. So we were filming the music video for one of the, so I think it's Christ's Blood or something like that. I forget what the actual song title is.
They have a song named Christ's Blood.
It's gonna be coming out soon, but they recorded it last week, like literally a week ago. fully recorded it, and then they were just filming the music video. At least today. At least not today. Yesterday. Today is what day is it? 11th. So it was filmed yesterday on the 10th.
So were you in the music video?
Yeah, I'm in the choir of it. I'm on the
No
very.
way.
So if you're looking. So if you're looking at the choir, I'm on the very far right back row, like the very edge corner. Usually, they have like an instant Facebook post or like Instagram or like X. I forget what it was. Like you can see like some of their posts and stuff. You can see like the whole of them recording like the choir and stuff. And I'm in the very corner behind one of my friends.
Dude, that sounds intense.
Like
J209, they have tons of concert dates.
Yeah, so like
So they're Christ.
Like they were just like filming us. Like I don't think they are.
Are they like a cappella?
Yeah. So they weren't really recording like our voices. I don't think so, unless they were. I just know like they record their voices and they were just playing their own song behind. Like they were playing their own song. Like they recorded all beforehand, and then they were just like kind of like. I don't know how much information I can fully do, but I just know I can talk about it in a way.
Yeah.
That was there. I just remember them actually singing it beforehand and recording it, and then when they're recording it, they usually they do sing along, but it's kind of quietly in a way that I've noticed. But we were really close to the speaker, so I couldn't really tell.
This kind of like reminds me of.
But they were
polling.
an awesome group of guys, group of people. They're awesome to be around and be with. And it was just kind of fun to do.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've never heard of them.
They just kind of emerged back in 2024, like a very, I think mid to the end of 2024. And they started releasing music fully at the 2025 that I know of.
So this is your cool thing that's happened this week.
This past week, yes.
That's cool. When did you find out you're going to be in a music video?
So my friend sent it to me about 3-4 days ago. Like I'm gonna sign up, and I got the email the next day.
You're like, sure.
I'm like, okay, we just need a lot of people.
Guys or no?
No, we're just volunteer. It's a volunteer thing. So I didn't get paid. I was just volunteer.
Guess it is for like, Christian based.
It was a Christian based band. Like I actually really liked it. It was kind of just fun to do.
Okay, you know what? I didn't think about this. I was in a music video once.
What?
Do you want to? Yeah. Do you know who Mindy Gledhill is? Okay, so Mindy Gledhill is also.
Were you like really young or something like that when you did it?
Yeah.
I think you might have mentioned it years ago, and I just don't remember.
So if you search Mindy Gledhill and just scroll down, like on Google, to her songs, I'm in Whole Wide World music video. I can link it. Whole Wide World. I guess I should go to you. I think it's on. Is it on YouTube? Mindy Gledhill music video. So I ride motocross and stuff. Okay, I found the link. So I ride motocross, and this guy that my dad knew, his son is like really good at motocross and jumping and throwing these huge whips and stuff. And so they reached out to him and was like, hey, we want to do a scene with Mindy where she's out in the desert riding a dirt bike, and we need a stunt double. And he was busy, and so this guy reached out to my dad and was like, hey, do you want to have your son come be a stunt double for this singer? They want to do this thing out at the sand dunes. And so my dad's like, yeah, sure. And obviously I was like, yeah, I want to be in a music video. That'd be so cool, especially riding dirt bikes. So we go out there. I don't even know who the music, artist was until I got there, and she was this chick right here, Mindy Gledhill. And I didn't know what the song was called or anything. They were just like shooting shots or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we go out there, and they're like, okay, this looks like a pretty good place, because they're like, find a jump, like a really good jump. So I go, and I find this jump, and it's like straight up like this, and then it kind of has more of a flat landing, not like this. And so if I jump too high when I land, it'll hurt because it's like kind of, it's not like a
slope that you can guide.
It's kind of a flat land almost, kind of, you know, it had a slope, but it wasn't like steep. And so I'm like jumping it, and they're like, okay, yeah, keep going, like keep doing practice. We're just getting set up and everything. And they're like, yeah, keep going bigger and bigger. So I keep going bigger, but they hadn't ever been rolling. Well, I went off this thing going super fast, pulled the clutch in. Why? I don't know, because I usually ride on motocross tracks and you can pull the clutch in on dirt, but on sand, do you know what that does to the dirt bike?
No.
It stops the wheel from spinning, which caused the bike to go. So I went off the jump like this, pulled the clutch in, and then the bike went like this, straight down. So now I'm headed straight down towards the ground. And what I'm going to do is basically endo. Well, I land on the front, and I probably jumped like almost, probably at least 15 feet in the air. Like, it was crazy. Straight down, and almost like pogo stick. Mm-hmm. But I go flying forward, and then I remember my dirt bike like grabbed my legs and threw me this way. So the dirt bike took the impact, and then all of a sudden I remember I flipped over, and the dirt bike was like doing cartwheels down the thing. And I like roll out of it, and I stand up. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I see my dad coming towards me. He's like walking like this. What the heck are you doing? He was so mad. And then he's like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, that was crazy. I didn't mean to pull the clutch in. So anyways, that's not even the coolest part though. And I'm not just like sharing this, like, but basically when you said you're in a music video, it reminded me of the one music video I've been in. And what's funny is when I crashed, they're like, oh, we weren't even rolling. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So then I do the jump again, you know, and they're rolling and it works out great or whatever. I don't pull the clutch in anymore. And then out of nowhere, something happens that like none of us expected. A freaking, what are those helicopters called? The Apache?
Yeah.
Apache helicopter?
I think so.
From the military comes flying in and literally sees us. By this time, Mindy Gledhill's on my dirt bike. And by the way, she's like wearing all my gear too. So like after my shots, she had to like change into my gear. And then it was so funny. And then they had her like on the hill with, you know, her hair kind of blowing in the wind and the sunsets in the background. Like, it was picturesque. And then this Apache helicopter comes in and they start freaking out, like excited, like, oh my gosh, like, no way. And the Apache helicopter guy saw that they were filming because they had big cameras and stuff. And he lowered the aircraft down to like basically be perfectly positioned behind her.
Huh.
And it was this epic shot. And the guys were like, this like 30-second shot would cost like 10 grand. This is crazy. Well, the next thing that happened was, so they got the shot and everything. And then the freaking guy in the military, he lands the helicopter on a dune. Imagine like, you know, those army movies that you watch where, you know, the actors come out, they're like G.I. Joe basically. He gets out and is kind of just slowly jogging towards my dad and is like, how's it going? And just says like, hey, what's up? And then goes back, jumps in the helicopter and takes off and flies away. They're just like out there doing whatever, you know? It was crazy. So if you go to this link here, I don't know why Yahoo's still my... That drives me nuts. It was so funny. Music video. Mindy Gledhill dirt bike. Stunt devil. Maybe I'll just put this. Whatever. So if you go to that music video, mm-hmm. It's kind of a weird song too. So I'm gonna fast forward it here.
Something that you're not fully used to.
Not at all. But check this out.
You say it's weird music. Some people might like this music. So.
Okay, I'm sure it's good. I'm gonna turn it down because I don't want it to get flagged. But this was me. Okay, so if you go to minute 153, yeah, minute 153, hit play, and you'll see me coming flying across, doing a jump. And I remember, it was cold too because there was, so you see me jumping a couple times. There's the helicopters. See? The Apache helicopter. And then there's Mindy, I think. Yeah. And the Apache helicopter gets behind her. Like, look at that thing. Isn't that crazy? It's like blowing in the wind. Which is funny because it doesn't really have anything to do with her. Oh. And this is when the guy landed it. Okay, if you go to minute 240, he lands it and the dude, look, it's like right behind her. I actually didn't ever notice that. It's kind of interesting. And then I think that's it. That's like my 3 seconds to fame right there, I guess. No one will ever know. So I was a stunt double for a chick.
And knowing your own old pictures, you had no long hair then.
I know, I didn't. I had no long hair. It was really something else. It was kind of funny. Oh, that's a horrible. I hate that link. I'm gonna
go back to the bottom of the video real quick to see. You can do share. So at the top of the thing, so up above, right there, you can do share.
Oh, that's a way better URL. Oh my golly.
You're welcome for me being somewhat of a tech savvy, but I still suck at some of it.
I know. That was an ugly URL. I hate Yahoo. Like, what the freak? How do I make Chrome? Make Chrome.
You had to go to like your settings in your actual like computer to do it.
All right, I'll do that later. Anyways, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
Not like that you just casually went to chat and there was no one chatting.
It's like, man, one day, because we can't even see like how many people are ever watching. I don't think.
Who really needs to look at that?
Nobody. So that's cool. What else do you want to talk about?
To be honest, I don't really know.
All right, so I was doing a search earlier just for fun. Basically, when I was listening to Joe Rogan, they like marijuana a lot. But I actually never knew why marijuana was like banned or illegal. Do you? It's kind of like, we actually don't need to go into that very much, but basically in 1930, this guy, let's see. Let's see. 1937, I believe. Gosh, the article that I saw earlier, it showed the name of the guy that helped basically make it illegal. They didn't even know. Well, anyways, I don't really want to go too much into that. But, I said, why did marijuana become illegal? I don't smoke or go. Obviously, we don't.
Neither of us smoke or drink.
Or this doesn't
or at least
really.
I've never had any of that or had an interest in doing it.
So, me either. I still don't. I don't care about any of that. But look at this. Marijuana became illegal due to a combination of early 20th century racism, economic competition, and moral panic. Cultivated in 1937. So I guess they made it illegal, and they didn't even, like, the government didn't even realize that when they made that illegal, all the hemp, like, that they would use for, like, paper or whatever also became illegal in a way, which is just, it was really interesting because I always just thought, like, oh, marijuana is illegal or was illegal. I think it's still illegal in Utah. Unless you have, like, a medical license or something. Or is that what it's called? Yeah, medical license.
I think it's what it is. I'm not. Don't quote me on them because I'm not the best at that.
I don't even know why I brought this up.
Yeah, why did you? I just really asked why did you bring it? You don't know.
I just brought up because I just thought it was so weird how I didn't even know. Yeah, so you can use it for medicinal use, but it's illegal for recreational use. So, wow. Class B misdemeanor, punishable up to 6 months in jail and fine up to $1,000. Less than an ounce. Anyways, I didn't even know why it became illegal, but so it's just kind of mind-blowing. Gosh, I was going to say something else because I didn't really even care to talk about that. What else was I going to say? I remember now. The Fresca helped.
So, I was about to say.
Do you know when the stock market was created?
No, I actually don't. I'm not.
Take a guess. I'm just very curious. And if anybody's watching this, which probably nobody is yet, because we for whatever reason, we cannot get people to watch this.
And we're also at the beginning. Not many people will usually watch at the beginning of channels, but
they don't even know who we are yet.
I think at least
if you had to guess, and if somebody's watching this, what year do you think the stock market was started and created?
I really want to say like the 40s or the 50s.
Like 1940 or 50?
Yeah, 1940 or 50s. Or it might have been like the 1800s, but...
It's a good guess. Well, kind of.
I probably was way off on that.
Was the stock market... So you said 1940s, 30s, maybe 1800s?
Maybe. Like, I'm no expert at it at all, so don't quote me on anything.
Okay, I don't know. This might blow your mind. So before I tell you, here I am in Texas at Vid Summit, this amazing YouTube conference. Like, I know there's like VidCon and stuff, but Vid Summit's like more for creators. So I just got to meet so many cool people, including this guy named Stock Up Larry Jones. Coolest dude ever. He looks like, I don't know how old he is. Maybe he's in his 50s, but he looks like he's in his mid 30s. Like it's crazy. But basically, Stock Up Larry Jones, he was at this hotel after the conference. Basically, everybody goes to a hotel. They start talking, whatever. Larry's sitting there kind of next to us, and I could tell he wanted to engage into like a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I had my other friends over here kind of talking, and I was like, okay, come talk with us. Well, he has this really cool YouTube video where he goes into this, but he asks like, when do you think the stock market, was created? Dude, it's the 1700s. Look at this.
Oh, we actually have a chatter.
You?
No, not me.
Oh, really?
So they said the New York one was made late 1700s.
Ha! There is somebody watching. Heck yeah! It's Sheepcraft 4485. You nailed it. I didn't know that. I thought it was like 1920 or something, But like, so it was created only a few years after, right here. 17, Philadelphia Stock Exchange. Okay, New York. Maybe I need to search the New York one. I swear it was way closer. I thought it was closer to like when the U.S. became a country, like with the Constitution and everything. New York stock market created or started 1792. Yeah, okay, so I don't know why I thought it was closer to 1776, but 1792 is not that far off of 1776.
It was almost 20
I'm
years.
Horrible at
Or
math.
at least 18.
16 years.
I'm not good at math.
Dude, after the Constitution was created and the U.S., like, I don't know. That freaking blew my mind. So then Larry, Stock Up Larry, coolest dude ever. Also, you're the best. What should I say? It's Sheepcraft. I wonder where this person is. I can't highlight that. You nailed it.
Well, they're watching, so we don't have to fully chat the thing.
I'm clearly new at this. We appreciate your comment. And that's why I wanted to respond. But basically, yeah, you were right. Late 1700s, 1792. Stock Up Larry talks about, he has this YouTube video. It's kind of his thing. Now he's got like probably 700,000 subscribers. When I met him, it was like 600, whatever, 685,000 or something. He has this thing where he's like, so many people don't know like how the wealthy, like this, it was created by the wealthiest people in America at the time. Like they were so freaking smart to set this thing up. And it's kept their families wealthy, probably the whole generation. So he talks about how it's like the best kept secret that the stock market was created right after the Constitution. And it's been this secret to keep the wealthy families wealthy and the average or poor people poor. The stock market. It just blows, I don't know. It just kind of blew my mind. So then he goes in and shows you how to like, here's what you need to do, start investing. You know, he goes into basics like Roth IRAs. And so I was so excited to meet him. He met some of the other people there. Like there's this guy, he's a DIY, Learn to DIY, I think is his channel. And so he's got like over 1 million subscribers, I think. And so he's doing really well. He was talking to this other guy. And I wanted to introduce Larry because I could tell Larry wanted to talk to him. So I like kind of brought Larry into the conversation and stuff. And Larry gave him his number and stuff because they got into all of this. He's like, it's literally crazy how they purposefully don't teach you this in school. Like all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And so it was funny. He gave like his number, like his personal number to the guy that does Learn to DIY. And then, but he like didn't give it to me. And so I was like, I got to get this guy's number. So then I like followed him into the hotel after when he was leaving. And I was like, Larry, like, I need your help. Like, what can I do to get your number? Please, I'll do anything. And so he literally gave me his number. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to be out of town for the next like 3 weeks. Call me in like 3 weeks and then we'll talk. And so I did. And it was so funny. He's like, oh, and then before he left up in the elevator, after he gave me his number, he's like, don't you dare give this number out to anyone. And I was like, I won't, I promise. And so he went up. I called him 3 weeks later, and then he ran me through like, okay, this is what you need to do, Tyler. Start taking out, he's like, you know, how old are you? Because basically, if you don't know what compound interest is, you need to find out that right now. Because the sooner you start investing and let interest compound over time, your money will go like this, obviously. Like, that's pretty common knowledge. But what he was telling me was like, so many people, like, it's so easy to, it's really easy if you're like disciplined to become wealthy in America. And I think this is what he did because he shared me his story. He didn't start till later. Like, I think he might even be in his 60s, but he looks super young. Anyways, long story short, he's like, okay, here's what I want you to do now. Because I'm like 30, and I feel like I'm running out of time. He's like, no. You got plenty of time. What you need to do is invest weekly or at least monthly so that as the market, goes down, goes up, over time, if you just consistently invest, you can ride every wave up. I guess if that makes sense. So he's like, create a Roth IRA for you and your wife. Create one for your kids too. That's something like that he showed me where if I invest, I think I'm investing like $25 a week on Fridays specifically. He told me, I don't know why exactly yet. I just was like, I will do whatever you say. Which, be cautious out there.
Yeah.
Like, don't just take financial advice from anybody, and just know that this is a long game. And so, because if you look at stocks, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but during like spring, like March to April, May, June, you'll see stocks like go down. Like, at least like even the S&P 500 and stuff. But during August, September, October, it starts to ramp up, and then it just like shoots up, because of like Christmas, and the economy really starts going. But if you continually buy, even if it's going down or even if it's going up, like, you're going to be buying in at shares that eventually, as it goes up, kind of like the housing market, you will be, long story short, instead of making like average 8%, yielding like an 8% increase, you will, he showed me, you can kind of put it in a investment calculator, but over time, if you do it this way within some diversified but really like moderately aggressive and conservative stocks like bonds, you can easily make over, like 10 to 13% or more. I think he's saying like 13 to 15% if you do it consistently over time. And then if it's in a Roth IRA, the whole reason why you even do that is so that you, after you're 65, I think, I'm pretty sure. I'm still like learning all this stuff, but he said basically when you retire, I think it's 65. You could take, or maybe 55. Is it 55? Dude, it might be 55. At what age take out Roth IRA tax-free? That's the whole advantage of a Roth IRA. All that money that you invested and gained, I knew it. I knew it wasn't like 65. It's 59. That's so weird. 59 and a half years old. I have the account for at least 5 years. So at 59 and a half, I'll be able to take out that money tax-free. Tax-free, Derek. I don't know if that makes like total sense, but like, dude, that is insane.
Yeah.
Like, think about how much we're taxed today. They tax us for buying something, for making money, for selling something. Like, how crazy is that? You go to work, they tax you when you get paid.
Yeah.
You go to buy something,
They tax you for
they
that.
tax you. You go home, they tax your home. Unless you're renting, I guess, like me right now. You go and sell that thing that you bought, unless you sell it off Facebook Marketplace or something. Tax you. Like, and then they'll tax you when you're dead, basically, when you go to die. Because if you don't set it up right, this is a whole nother level of setting up trusts basically, if you don't set up a trust, like, look, how to give inheritance without paying tax. Without paying taxes. So you could have a will, but I think you're still going to get like tax. So I think you have to there's a annual gift exclusion. You can gift up to $19,000 per person, $38,000 for married couples. Like, that's it. That's crazy. But if you create a trust, can you give it to someone you die tax-free? I'm pretty sure what you have to do. Yes, you can use a trust to transfer assets to someone tax-free upon your death, primarily by using an irrevocable trust to remove assets from your taxable estate. While you pass assets tax-free up to 2026 federal exemption, $15 million. Trust primarily avoid probate. Yeah, so probate, that's basically like when the state comes in and they're like, okay, this is these are the assets that you're showing us that you're getting. We believe you should be taxed on X amount, kind of deal. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. So Derek, like, if you die and your kids are like, Dad, did you have just a will? Like, a will is like, it helps keep the government from getting into your affairs. I don't even know if any of this is interesting to you, by the way, but
somewhat, not particularly. I'm just letting you talk.
I got really into this when Larry was telling me about it. But basically, like, a will keeps the government from saying, oh, no, you like, if you die and you don't have a will, I think the state could come in and it basically goes to the government. What? This guy just brings a 2-liter bottle of his soda. Good thing I still got some Fresca. So, the only big difference between a will, having a trust, is a will could literally be on a piece of paper. A trust is like, I think, like, if you have a family friend or something that is a lawyer in this specialty. How much does a trust cost in Utah? Like, I think it's like $1,500 or something. Okay, so like, yeah, if it ranges from $1,000 to $3,000. So an attorney drafted revocable living trust averages $1,000 to $3,000, but it can range from $100 to over $5,000. So, anyways, I bet your dad has a trust. He's a freaking smart guy.
Maybe.
I am off of that. Okay. Our homie. Never seen someone reload a soda like that. Wait, do it again. Can I have some? Wait, hit me, Derek. For all we know,
I don't want to drink out of it. That's why I'm reloading with that.
Okay, funny story about this 2-liter bottle. Last time, he was supposed to just bring it out and start drinking from it. But then we just like totally forgot. And I forgot that you even brought it tonight. That's so random. And to refill it up in a can. Baja Blast mixed with peach citrus Fresca.
I completely forgot that we had chatters. Like, wait.
That's so funny.
Hey, it's better than drinking it straight and I can't share.
Just pass the 2-liter bottle right here. You need a refill. I need a refill. Okay.
Gosh, that would be funny if we do a short. If we just casually just bring out 2 liters, charging it.
I can't wait to rewatch this because I'm pretty sure it was like a legit reaction. I was like, wait, really? What are you doing? I'm like trying to teach you something here.
Was I fully paying 100% to your conversation? No.
Freaking no!
Yeah, I'm being 100%
You literally
honest.
were just like sitting there. I mean, you were listening.
I was listening, but was I 100% listening?
As far
Not
as
really.
engaged, no way. That's so funny. What's your favorite soda? To our number one.
The only chat that we have outside of me looking at chat on once in a while.
It's Sheepcraft 4485. What's your what's your favorite soda? Or if you even drink soda. Derek likes Baja Blast out of a 2-liter bottle out of a can. And then I like to put my Fresca in the freezer. Not to like have it totally frozen, but I just love when it's like imagine you left your soda in snow. I used to do this snowboarding all the time with like Red Bull even and stuff where I'd put it in snow and leave it there for a while. And you take it out of the ice and it's like, it's not frozen, but it's like on the verge of freezing. That's how I like my soda. On the verge of freezing. But it's a risky game because if I leave it in the freezer for too long, then it starts to like obviously freeze or get like those ice chunks and then it's hard to drink. But
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. That's interesting.
Just to let you guys know, this was literally new at the very beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
I literally pulled out that when I wanted to refill this. I didn't do that earlier. Yeah, I opened it like a week ago. After our stream, I got home, opened it, and just filled up my mug. And it's like, I'm just gonna have a little bit just in the mug. Yeah, I'm weird like that in a way. So I had Mountain Dew in a mug and just drink out of that.
At home?
Yeah, at home. So just at home, just drinking. Like, do I need it anymore? No. So like, I filled that up, so I don't have to drink out of it.
So you had like 1 cup before.
Yeah, and then so it used up a little bit. That's why it was not 100% full.
That's so funny, and that's why you brought the can.
Yeah, and that's so I can drink that, and then I can just fill up the actual.
You literally thought that through.
Somewhat.
That's so.
Did I fully think through it? No.
That's as weird as me putting my cereal without milk in a freezer. Not for long, just overnight. So that, don't look at me like that. It's not that weird. It's just a little weird, like you bringing this, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna drink my can of soda, and then when I'm ready for a refill, I'll just.
I don't want to bring 5 different cans. And I had enough room for my 2-liter, and I had it in my hand the can.
You know what? It worked.
Yeah.
It worked really well, and clearly it's entertaining. Never seen someone reload a soda like that. I want to see you shotgun one of these, when you like punch a hole. This soda. Okay, Dr. Pepper's really good, by the way. Okay, so there's a few drinks where I have to have it diet or like 0 sugar, and that's normal Red Bull and what did they say? And diet
cereal in a freezer, so it stays crunchy.
Well,
sorry.
Okay, I will explain this to you. I was in Spain. I was over there as a missionary. So I was over there for like 2 years. And if any of you guys have lived in a place like Spain, I think I've heard Brazil is like this too, or I can't remember the other places, but basically you can, like their milk, there's like no like fresh milk. I mean, you can buy fresh milk, but it's still not the same as like it is here in the States. And so it comes in like a carton and it doesn't even need to be refrigerated. Like it's really disgusting and it tastes really gross. And so what I would do to avoid the really gross taste of the milk, because I still wanted cereal. The cereal's bomb over there, by the way. Like, it's called muesli. It's like this, like think of Honey Bunches of Oats packed with sugar and chocolate chunks. Like, it was so good. but I would put, and it's really hot in Spain. Super hot, even in our apartment, because, you know, we're out there like in the church. They just got these, you know, us elders or missionaries, like, you know, they're not getting us a luxurious apartment to live in,
No.
like, at all. So there was no really, like, I remember in one of my apartments, there was no AC.
Yeah, as I said, I know a lot of like missionaries from even like from our church or like other people's churches. They don't have like the best
No,
apartments.
they're roughing it. Like, my buddy, he went to the Philippines, and my brother-in-law, he went to Madagascar. Like, there's a lot. And then my other brother-in-law went to Tanzania, you know, over in Africa. And so it, like, I was in a really good spot. But as far as that goes, you know, because Spain, it's like very, you know, it's not a third world country. But basically, we had no AC. 127 degrees. Can you imagine that? 127 degrees in the summer. So of course I'm going to put my cereal in the freezer. Well, at least I figured this out. And have cold cereal at night. Or in the morning, I guess, really, whenever I wanted it. But I would always put it in the freezer before we'd go out and, like, proselyte and stuff. And then we'd come back because we're out walking around, sweating like crazy. And then so we'd come back, be super tired. Nothing was better than an ice cold bowl of cereal. I literally could not eat cereal normal, like, because the milk tasted so bad. Like, it was so bad. And I remember this one time we went to this guy. I thought the milk was bad, and then apparently it's a delicacy to, like, drink camel milk. Yeah, I don't even understand. But we go to this guy, his name's Manolo. And he would always, he literally was called Manolo. Because in Spain, they talk really unique over there, especially in the south where I was. And so we go and we, you know, ring his doorbell thing in his apartment. He's like, hola, ¿quién es? And then, which means like, hey, who is there? Or
Who is it?
Who's there? Wow, my mind was just translating Spanish to English at the same time, like almost word for word there. And we're like, Los Eldres! And he's like, oh, Los Eldres! Que suban! Which means like, come on up. And then as soon as we walk in the door, he's like, hola Eldres! Queremos que sea pollo, lo pongo. Which means like, do you want a cheeseburger of chicken? Which really, do you want a chicken sandwich? And then he's like, I'll basically put it on the grill. And then, so he like made us some food and then gave us this milk, and he didn't even tell us what it was. I had another person do the same thing where they wouldn't tell me what I was eating. It was cow tongue, which isn't really literally that bad. The worst thing I had was like sheep soup. Well, sheep's intestine, like the intestines, like the inside of their stomach, soup. That was bad. That was probably the worst thing I ever had. But yeah, he didn't even tell us, and then we found out it was camel milk or something like that. It was weird. Super weird. So yeah, cereal in a freezer so stays crunchy. That's funny.
Hey, I was about to say, like, I know a lot of people do it. Like when you mentioned like earlier before the comment, like, and like you think I'm weird, and then like a lot of people do this. Like they pour milk before cereal.
No, they don't.
I know some people do that.
No, they don't.
There are people out there that actually pour milk before cereal. They add the cereal.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Is there a logic to that? Do they just like seeing the cereal? Like, that's like a reverse way of looking at it. Because in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I guess there's no right or wrong way to pour a bowl of cereal, but like, and I'm not a very logical person.
Same.
But like, you got a bowl. And then to know, I'm all about ratio. So like, I need to have more milk probably than other people to the cereal ratio. Like, it can't just be half and half. That's not enough milk for me. But I also don't like it swimming. Like I don't like a ton of milk where I have to go fish for the cereal. So naturally, I would think it's easiest to pour the cereal in, and then as you pour the milk, you can decide at what point it's like, okay, the cereal's floating. So okay, that's how much I need. If you just pour milk, then you're like, well, now I got to keep pouring cereal. And what if you pour too much milk? Because then you just have to keep pouring cereal, and then you'll get too full, or the cereal gets soggy.
Yeah.
Because you can't just keep pouring more cereal on it after you've eaten most of it. Like some of it's gonna be soggy.
Yeah.
It's got to be like, I don't know. That's weird.
Sorry for the weird imagery. Like I know. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone that pour milk before cereal. And like a lot of people are like, that's not weird. It's weird for other people. Like it's weird for other people. But it's like okay. This is I don't know what like for me like there are some things that I do that other people think that is weird.
Yeah, I get that. I get that all the time.
So like it's everyone has like something that they do that someone else thinks is weird.
It's like a weird, like my wife. Oh man, look at that! I accidentally
typed in 90 plus 6.
That's weird. We'll just put that.
Just so you can see in chat what we actually you can tell probably by the video like that he dropped his keyboard and just randomly typed different things. I don't even know
why I was like, all right. Yeah, people do weird stuff.
Yeah, like even I do weird stuff that may think is like this is somewhat normal, but like everyone does it and everyone does something weird to someone else.
When you're like in a group or a class and they're like, "Hey, let's get to know everybody," like, and they're like, "Tell us one unique thing about you." Like, what do you usually say?
To be honest, I don't even know.
Or what's something weird?
That actually was one thing that got brought up. Like I mentioned earlier, I went to film the music video yesterday, and he's like, "What's something interesting about each of you? Like, tell us your name and something interesting about you."
I love that because you never know what someone's gonna say.
So like the one thing I remember, like I did say one thing, like I'm Derek. I can do a cricket noise, and like all like went silent. Like you can, like yeah. I don't know what it would sound like on this, but
when did you learn that?
I learned that I think in 5th or 6th grade. To be honest, I don't know how to teach people.
Sounds pretty good.
Like, I don't know how to teach people. I don't know how to teach people about it.
That.
I just remember one like so the girl, I think it was Alyssa something, or not Alyssa, Allison, something. I don't want to dox her. I just know the first name was Allison. But like, so she was wearing braces. I just remember that was one of the few details. Like, she was wearing braces and she was doing like, how are you doing that? Like, oh, this is how I do it. Like, I don't remember how she explained it. But it's like this, you just had to kind of like in the back of your throat in a way, and you're like, like it kind of like it's not like wiggling. It's like doing like the in the back of your throat, but not your tongue. Like, it's like doing like that type of noise in the back of your throat.
That was a horrible Darth Vader impersonation.
And then you whistle with that in the back of your throat. So like I'm whistling with the in the back of my throat, whatever.
Yeah, that's hard.
So it's like I don't know. That's the only thing I kind of know how to explain it. And I say I don't know how to teach it, and I said I was like, that's the only way I can kind of explain what I'm doing with it. And then like after that, I just loved doing it. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And the whole whenever like the whole entire group yesterday went silent, even with like the singers
like crickets.
And like
you could hear crickets.
Even like the singers like they just all went quiet, and I eventually I smiled and I started. And all the artists went dead silent. Mostly half of them knew exactly what direction to look, and they just all smile and best timing ever.
So you actually did.
I actually did it at random in quiet time.
A little comedian comical bit.
And one of the artists like came over to me after like we wrapped it up and like that was probably one of the best things I've ever heard in the middle, like in between like takes and stuff when it was all dead silent.
That's funny, dude. That's funny that you turned it into a joke.
Yeah.
Like, I can make the sound of crickets, and then everybody went silent. You know, like when they say,
like, they went silent at like they went silent like it was like about like 10, 15 minutes. It was like around 10 to 20 minutes after that.
Oh,
like we
you
were
did
like,
it after.
so like, I did it. So I was like, I showed an example of how I did it during like when I said like, I can do crickets and I did it. And then after like about like 20 minutes later, I had the greatest idea when it was starting to get really quiet. Then that's when I did it. And then after like I did it about 3 or 4 more times after that. And every time I did it, most of the artists, this one looked over me like this, all the like smiles or like something like did like nod, like smile like this, and like just gave me a thumbs up and was like, I like it.
It's totally like one of those things where it like makes the group stay. You know, like a little thing here and there.
Yeah, there is. Let me remember where. So I remember the I said like I don't remember what the name of the song was, but the song once it gets fully released, the song will be called "Nothing But the Blood of Jesus." That's what we were filming.
That sounds intense.
So so that's what the song's gonna be. So it's so the band they're singing is called J209. So eventually, like they're a Christian based band.
Yeah,
like an acapella group.
Super new. Started in like
2024.
At least they started
They became a group in 2024, and they started releasing a lot of music in 2025.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Oh man, I would usually tell people like, usually if they ask me what's something unique, like or funny or weird, I either do the cereal thing in the freezer because people actually think that's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever met anybody that's done that. And then Candy Crush. You remember when Candy Crush came out?
I know like for a while like, I knew of it like for a really long time, and I never really played it. Like, dude, I downloaded like 2 or 3 times and never got into it.
I figured out that game, because there's like games out there that you try and you can only get to a certain level, and then it's like, okay, they made this so hard, like there's just, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep playing this and beat this level, so I just stopped playing it. Mm-hmm. Candy Crush, I am convinced, I'm actually curious to know if there's some on this. I'm convinced that Candy Crush, I figured out that if I just kept playing, like you just keep trying, and I never bought anything. You know, people can buy these power-ups to keep going, you know, on the level and then pass the level, whatever. I was determined never to buy anything because I figured out that if you just kept playing, like every day, eventually Candy Crush, the level would give you what you needed to pass the level. Mm. Like every time. So I got to level like past like 1,000, I think. Like it was, which I know there's people out there that have passed
like millions or something like that.
Crazy levels. Like
I don't know. I was just saying a random number.
Has someone beat Candy Crush? Many people have reached temporary end. So there's a temporary end saga, but it is impossible to permanently beat the game because new levels are added every week. As of early 2026, the game features approximately 21,725 levels. Oh my God. Stanford University made that. That's crazy.
But at least the AI that showed it.
Here's the world record. Joginder Raj Agarwal from India. That definitely sounds like someone from India.
You'd probably butchered that name, but we tried.
I'm so sorry. We respect you, Candy Crush Master. He set a world record by reaching level 18,246 in March 2025. But as recent reports, as of February 2026, players have reported reaching levels as high as 21,000 and 21,065. That is interesting. 0.5% of the total player base has reached current end of map at any given time. So like 0.5% of people make it to the temporary end. Candy Crush. I didn't make it. What level is that? Level is temporary end of Candy Crush. But I would literally play like basically every time I need to go to the bathroom.
Now I'm scared to hold your phone.
Dude, I don't play it anymore.
Okay, good.
Basically, like depending on who the group was, I would tell them or not tell them that detail, because after telling them like, oh, I got to level like 1,000 whatever or 900 whatever, it's like, yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. Obviously. Anyways, humans are humans. Players. Okay, the temporary end is approximately 21,725 for mobile users. That's a lot more than I thought. I guess because maybe they say that because every week they're coming out with more levels. Yeah, that's fun. Candy Crush. So yeah, it's either that or, because back in the day, like at least in general, like I feel like most people didn't make it, past 1,000 levels or something. But there's always some of those that did, I guess. 20,000. That's crazy. 20,000 levels. I wonder what that guy like.
How many hours is spent
How
to
many
go there?
hours he spent? Yeah.
Or how much, or at least like how much money, or like whatever. I don't know. Candy Crush.
Yeah.
How much money did he do
That'd be
that?
interesting. How much has? Wait, how would you put that?
How much money would it
Who has
cost?
spent the most money on Candy Crush? Did you see that Fortnite thing right there?
I didn't. I saw Clash Royale, I think, or Clash of Clans. I saw Clash of Clans. That's why.
Oh my gosh! So there's someone documented that involves a player who spent $2,600 in a single day on Candy Crush. $2,600. That's more than my rent. That's crazy. I want to know. Fortnite. Derek, this is for you.
I don't play as much anymore.
Someone made 13. Kyle.
Oh, because of like Fortnite earnings.
Who has spent the most money on Fortnite?
And also, you have to think like how many people spend money on buying accounts, which is illegal for like buying accounts, like, and then they spend more money on like trying to get cosmetics and all that type of things and stuff like that. And then now it's going to be even worse now because they added microtransactions into creator maps. You don't know how like much money they're going to spend in those either.
That's so crazy. Yeah, it doesn't really say. It just says people are,
earning a lot of money.
Earning a lot.
Like Booga.
3.7 million. Other top competitors, 2.1 million, 1.8 million. I wonder how much they get of that, though.
It was they had to like probably pay taxes, like what you said earlier.
Like half. I think taxes are like half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, gaming has evolved like crazy.
I guess for me, I think it's like, to be honest, like on the same track of like microtransactions, I think like gaming is just kind of
that's changed the industry.
It's changed a lot, but also like I think it's helped but also destroyed gaming.
Yeah, because back in the day, you remember when Black Friday was a thing?
Yeah.
Like in stores. I remember getting Call of Duty Black Ops, Black Friday. I was at the front of the case in Walmart with my cousins were there because they drove me there. Mm-hmm. I don't even think I could drive at the time. I was like 15. And yeah, I couldn't even drive at the time. Cousins were there. Everybody was like getting crowded around. 'Cause everybody wanted the Call of Duty, or there's some other games there. But the Black Ops was a huge deal. And I remember this lady was like, hey, you, I'll pay you. Get me one. I'll pay you $20 right now or whatever. Like, it was that kind of crazy. And then as soon as they were doing the countdown, for whatever reason, everybody started unwrapping like the crates and gosh, I'm botching it. This is the punchline I'm botching. But basically, like, they had, you know, the case is locked for the games, but then they had, this is like the first time, you know how Walmart has, what do they call them, dude?
Crates?
Are they crates? Like the wood crates?
Maybe.
Like pallets.
Pallets, yeah. That was close.
The pallets. So they have the pallets. Like, Walmart didn't used to really bring in pallets in the middle of the aisle until after this, I think. But basically, at least I noticed, they had pallets of all this product that was wrapped with saran wrap so that people couldn't get into it until, you know, like midnight. And literally, like, well before midnight, someone just started yelling and starting to rip something open, and it just started the whole frenzy, like, before even midnight. So people were, like, climbing over, and I grabbed my game and, like, got out of there, but it was pretty crazy. That was the last time I went to a Black Friday thing. That was really fun. Like,
and this was Black Ops 1, right?
This was not
like the Black Ops 3 or 4 or whatever, like the nonsense that's now.
This was 1. So, like, when I'm on my social media feed ever, and, like, I love watching these nostalgic videos. Like, one of them recently was Black Ops 1, where it showed, like, all the maps, the multiplayer maps.
I loved Black Ops 1 and 2. That was my, like, even like I was really young.
I will say, my favorite's World at War, but my next favorite was Black Ops 1. Black Ops 2 was really fun, too.
Like, for me, I loved Black Ops 1, and then I got into Black Ops 2. And, like, I loved that game. Like, okay, I liked Black Ops 1. Like, I still remember a lot of the maps, but Black Ops 2 was more of the game that I kind of got fully into after Black Ops 1.
You know what I missed? I missed the wave of Halo 3.
Oh.
I missed it. Like, I got to play it with friends and stuff, but, like, well after the wave. Like, when it was really a big deal and stuff, and when it came out. But I do remember, like, there's some games where I played the campaign and it, like, blew my mind. And Halo 3 was one of those. But I, like, played it years later. Like, years later. And then I realized, holy crap, like, this is why, like, it was intense. Like, people, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to spoil alert anybody that watches this, because Halo 3 is so old. Like, when did Halo 3 come out? Let's see if our friend from the chat knows. Well, maybe they're here, maybe not.
No, I was close. I think 2008, and then it's actually 2007.
September 25th, 2007. So I don't think I played it till, like, at least 5 years later or more. And that last scene, I'll just say it, like, when you're driving that Warthog. Is it Warthog or Warhog?
Warhog or Warthog. It determines on how people say it. I think I might pronounce it wrong.
It is a Warthog. That's funny. Because it makes sense as a Warhog, but Warthog. Anyways, when you're driving that Warthog and you're, like, jumping over things and you're trying to escape and everything's blowing up and all these bad guys are, like, trying to stop you and the spaceship's, like, flying away basically because the world's about to, like, I think is it Halo that blows up or something? Wherever you are.
I think the Halo blew up or activated, or one of the two. I think 2 is one that activated and killed all the Flood. Or it might have been 3. I don't know exactly which one it was.
The place where you're at's just blowing up, basically. And you literally get to the end point, and you're going down this ramp super fast, and you have to make sure you're going on it straight, because if you go off to the side, you're going to die. And you jump, and, like, all of a sudden, like I remember like it was so intense, and I don't know why, like every time I play after now it's not as like intense, but the very first time where you go through that campaign and you jump and you're like it took my breath away. Like it was that crazy. And I totally remember this, but basically, and then the best part was like you barely make it in there and you're like, oh good, you make it. But then all the stuff starts falling out of the spaceship. Like there's a tank that's gonna fall on Master Chief, and he like has to dig his hand into the metal floor of the spaceship, and like he's like falling, but he's about to fall into this world that's blowing up, which is basically going into a dark hole. And he like, the last scene is like you see him, it kind of grabs, and then it cuts to all the explosion in the background, and Cortana's like basically like, did he just die? And you're just like, oh no. And then he like slowly crawls up, and then you can see he's like, he appears and he's okay. And that was just crazy. I loved that. I had a similar experience with World at War, but
yeah,
Halo 3, there's just nothing like it, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't make games like they used to now.
Yeah, I think like everything kind of fell off after like Black Ops 2 and like Halo Reach era.
Halo Reach was cool. It was kind of a movement towards like a Call of Duty kind of play, but still Halo. Like almost pure Halo still.
Yeah, like that was like the game that I kind of got into a lot more. And this is the age like before like a lot of like the YouTube where like everything, like everyone started like doing a lot of like playthroughs like in teaching you how to get through stuff. I didn't know like half the things, and then like years after Halo 3, I still didn't know about the skulls hidden in the throughout the maps until my cousin told me about it. Like, what? There's skulls? Like, yeah, go up over here and come over here and look at right here. And I was like, eventually like pick that up. I'm like, okay. And I was just carrying on a skull. Like, now you can melee people with it. And once you reach the end of the level, you unlock the skull. Like, really? Like, yeah. And this one is like, I forget what, I think it might have been like, what you showed me was the Grunt birthday party skull.
Yeah.
So it's like, he had me like, doing that. That's like one of the few things I remember, like the Grunt birthday party skull.
That's funny.
So he's like, he was just like having me just melee everyone to death.
Yeah, I love that. I was just curious, like where gaming's headed now, because know, like it's basically moved from you go to the store, you buy a console.
Now you just go to like an app or
and you remember when you had to buy the game
physically,
and you could play the game physically, and then you had Xbox Live or whatever that you'd be able to get online and stuff. And then they moved to like the Xbox One or something where you could get the game and then download it onto it, so you didn't need the disc. Like, wasn't that a thing? I'm pretty sure that was a thing.
It was a 360 that did it, but like, it was a lot more prominent in the Xbox One.
Yeah, and then you have
current consoles, which like you don't even have a disc drive.
The consoles are gone now. Like now it's like you kind of have to have a PC if you want to be in the latest of the latest.
Yeah,
gaming.
or like the most recent.
Look at all these people. They have. I just searched latest gaming technology, just like images. Just curious. Like a lot of it's got VR sets, which is kind of like,
and they're all old VR headsets. I've worked with some VR stuff.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
I don't really like the VR stuff right now. Like I think it's cool, but I feel like it's just not quite where it needs to be. I almost feel like instead of this, whole VR set where it's like strapped to his head, he's got headphones on. Like that's a lot of headgear, and it's just so heavy too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they need to have like back in the day when you could slap on 3D glasses, basically. Like I remember watching. I mean, I wouldn't ever want to really do this, but like watch a movie with those old 3D glasses where one lens is blue, one lens is red. You know what movie I watched in 3D like that in theaters?
No.
I think it was Spy Kids.
Oh, I forgot about those movies. I grew up with those and I completely forgot about them.
He's like, or no. It wasn't Spy Kids. I'm sorry. Shark Boy and Lava Girl, I think, was in 3D.
That gave me a lot of memories. Like...
Yeah. It totally was in 3D in theaters. Yep. Check that out.
Huh.
Red and blue. We went to like, yeah, that's so crazy. Isn't that Taylor Lautner?
I don't even know.
Mr.
I know the boy
Edward, or not Edward, Jacob.
Jacob, the guy that played Jacob in the Twilight movies. I think it's Twilight, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Which, by the way, funny you brought up Twilight.
PlayStation
Oh,
is about
let's
to
see.
fall off hard because of the dynamic pricing. Oh, I heard about this. So PlayStation
What's
updated.
dynamic
So PlayStation, thanks for bringing that. Whoever that is, I don't even know.
It's our
sheep. They're our only chatter.
It's Sheepcraft.
So like
4485.
so PlayStation released that it's dynamic pricing for like the people like for I seen a video of this off of it. So like whoever like bought a lot of games on the PlayStation thing, they had to buy it's a higher price for them, and like the people that haven't bought much on the PlayStation market, it's a lot cheaper for them. Like for example, if you got Red Dead Redemption 2, like you got a lot of games on the PlayStation.
Yeah, you pay like $60.
You play like
for it or
$60, and then I haven't gotten much on the PlayStation thing. It might be like $40 for me.
Oh.
So you had to pay 60, and I can pay 40 for the thing.
Dude, I literally bought all of the Gears of War for like less than $60. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, is that what you're talking
5.
about?
Some like it's like so no. For example, like it's one person may have a different pricing than another person on the same exact day. So it's different
Wait,
for each
what?
person. So it's different for each person. So for example, for like sheep craft, whatever, maybe $50. It might be $60 for you. It might be $40 for me.
Why?
In the same exact minute and hour. And it's just PlayStation wants more money off of like people that buy a lot more or whatever.
Oh, so they like have a profile of your buying behavior?
Or like, at least that's what that was explained to me. But it might be different.
Okay, there's 8 unique Gears of War games. So I think I bought up to like the 5th one or something. So, but really, like 5 at like $5.
And you, yep. That is,
Maybe some of them were $10. I don't. It basically, like we talked about, games brand new were like $60.
yeah.
Like, and now you can buy those. But those are like really old games.
Mm-hmm.
What you're saying is like current games. Is that
Yeah,
right?
current, like, at least like what I was saying, like for the
Dynamic
Red Dead
pricing
Redemption.
explained. So it's like a pricing strategy?
Yeah, it's a pricing strategy that might be completely different for each person.
Sony reportedly, maybe our chat person is explaining. Oh, no.
I think there's a delay, so like they are probably typing out when there's a...
On the PlayStation Store, the strategy involves adjusting game prices in real time for different users based on specific data, rather than offering a single fixed price for everyone. That'll tick you off.
Yep.
Like that.
Because like if you really want to get a certain thing, and like yes, I got like a 50% price deduction.
Surge pricing.
So like,
raises prices when demand is high. So they're literally trying to like. Okay, you know why they could do this? I bet it's because of AI.
Yeah.
I bet that's how they do it. Because like this is like almost like dynamic pricing could change any business. I mean, that's
Yeah.
exactly what every business wants. They want to be able to charge the highest price when there's the highest demand and charge the lowest price when there's the lowest demand. Like, I never would have fathomed. Here, let's see, what did he say? This dynamic price stuff is why I'm done with PlayStation after the Wolverine game gets released. You know what?
That's
Honestly,
fair.
I hate PlayStation. Okay, I take that back as far as like,
They release good games, just like
I can't say I hate them. I'd never actually had a like PlayStation console.
you're always an
My
Xbox
brother-in-law
person.
has one. He's because I'm what?
You're an Xbox person.
I'm an Xbox person. It's like Apple and which
Windows.
honestly, all this stuff is meaningless. It doesn't even matter. We all like games. I'm just upset that like to have Halo, you had to have Xbox back in the day. Which, by the way, I think PlayStation bought Halo.
No, so they didn't buy it. So
They just
Microsoft
bought licensing?
So Microsoft is becoming more of like a third party type of company. That's at least like what I suspected. So they actually are releasing it also on PlayStation. So the Halo Combat Evolved, it's gonna be called Halo Campaign Evolved, and they were also releasing it on the PlayStation 5. So that's
Okay. So that's kind of cool. See, I'd love that. I just didn't like how I could play only certain games on Xbox and only certain games on PlayStation. Like PlayStation, I don't think back in the day you could play Could you play Call of Duty on PlayStation?
Yeah. So the one thing like for Call of Duty, Xbox owned Call of Duty, like Microsoft or at least
Because
Activision.
PlayStation created Battlefield, right?
Yeah. So
Battlefield.
So
was
Microsoft owned the Call of Duty. My brain was blinking out for a second. But so Xbox got like the DLCs and like other things like the game,
packs.
the map packs a month early, or at least like a week or two early, before PlayStation or the PC got it.
And there was no crossplay back then too, which
like they got it early and all that type of stuff.
Crossplay. Like, I love playing with my Xbox controller, but like when you're going up against someone who's on a keyboard and a mouse, like you're done for.
Yeah, but like I think like they recently like a lot of the companies like they have different pools, like pools meaning like players in like a specific area. So they have like in general a lot of games have like two different pools. One pool being the console pool, and the other pool being PC or like the people that have mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I guess
players.
I was referring to like when you play Apex Legends or something, you can see like, oh, I just got killed by someone who's playing on a freaking PC.
Yeah.
And it like makes me so frustrated. Games multiplayer mode is pretty crazy too now. Like I get so like I used to not be able to play Call of Duty like Modern Warfare, like the free online version, which by the way, they came out with a casual playing mode because I think to solve for this issue where you have like someone like me who, and I don't know if I don't know if this is worth boasting about at all, like, but I was really freaking good at multiplayer and Black Ops and World at War. Like every game, for the most part, I was like at the top of the list for whatever reason. I don't know how they always did it, and I put a lot of time into the games. Like I really, really loved it. I don't know if that's something to be super proud of or whatever, but going from that to playing against kids these days, like the games are so much sweatier, and they're like not as fun.
And like it's like
the games were still sweaty back then, but at least like you had. I don't know. I feel like
I think it's like the systems that the games make, and like because like a lot of these kids learn from like the older generations or like people like already learn stuff and they learn from that, and like also the systems like Apex or Call of Duty make like skill based matchmaking. You know, like even they say like we don't have skill based matchmaking, but like someone might like do really well in a match, and then they get into a lobby that's like everyone's super sweaty and like you completely get destroyed.
And then you're not having fun.
Yeah.
So the skill, that's true. I don't know if they had that back then.
They didn't.
Well, there was an option.
There was an option, but like there wasn't much of it.
But it wasn't much of an option. It would.
So you just get paired, like some really good players get placed with really like new players or like not great players.
Do you think, this is just my theory, back then there was way more players that were kind of new.
Yeah. And like they didn't really grow up.
Really good players like me who, like, it was ridiculous. Like, and there were really good players I was playing against, but like as far as like, you know, at the very end when it shows the list of like who did well, I wasn't always at the top, but like 9 times out of 10, like I was at the top or towards the top. And so it always felt, it was always so fun because I was like so good at it. But now with the ranked things, that totally changes things,
and like
which is good,
nowadays,
but like
nowadays kids have a little bit more time playing video games.
Oh my gosh.
Like, they don't
I feel so bad for these kids.
Like a lot of them don't have much time. Like they have a lot of free time and like they play way too many games, and they start the games way younger too,
Well,
and they know how to play
it's
like
a
the
double-edged
systems.
sword too, because the kids, what they can do is stay at home, and it's like their way of socializing now. So
Yeah.
I have to respect that. But like I feel bad because back in the day, like we used to just play outside. Like there wasn't like, and if you wanted to play a game with your friend, you had to go to their house and sit on the couch just like this.
Yeah.
And then play, and it really was so fun. Like
I love
Black
those type
Ops.
of
That's
things.
when they came in with like the multiplayer.
Split screen multiplayer.
Split screen multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't think they had that in World at War. Yeah, I don't think they had that. And then it really ramped up with like zombies and stuff too
Yeah.
on top of all that. But that's wild. I didn't know about the dynamic pricing.
Yeah, it's a new thing
Just
too.
PlayStation's doing that.
So at least that we know of for PlayStation. It just got a lot of hate from it.
Why did they decide to do that?
I don't know.
Probably just for profit.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot of people are upset. Is Xbox doing the same thing? I think Xbox is actually getting rid of consoles completely.
Like they have a console that's coming out, which is like Project. I forget what the title is, but it's like Project something. But they are making a new console, which is a hybrid.
Profit, understand, price tolerance, hardware sales slow down. Oh, so they're trying to offset hardware sales probably.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they do it. It's just like this whole play the game for free, but there's a bunch of microtransactions.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, most kids are going to pay more than $60 with microtransactions. The lifetime value, this is where it comes into play. It's the lifetime value of the customer. Back then, it was like, okay, my lifetime value as a customer was every time I bought a game, which was every year, but not anything throughout the year.
Yeah.
This microtransaction moves companies towards like the subscription model almost. They're not paying a subscription, but you're getting more out of someone along the way of a year. So you have more data points and you can kind of track, okay, instead of year over year, this year we sold this many copies at $60. This year we sold this many copies at $60. You have data all throughout the year. We've sold this month, X amount of microtransactions. And you can track it and kind of like forecast. And I feel like there's a lot more advantage that way. But so Sony monetizing the base, targeting non-buyers. So basically, people that don't buy, they can give them a better deal at this price. What time is it?
It is
11:30.
currently 11:30
Oh, wow.
time.
We've been doing this for like
2
an hour and a
hours.
half, 2
2
hours.
hours.
Okay, let's stop.
We'll just wrap it up.
We'll wrap this up. Basically, I still love Xbox over PlayStation. I've never owned a PlayStation, but I've played PlayStation.
Yeah. So he was saying like it was like a Project something.
Project Helix.
So Project Helix is the hybrid Xbox console of like
What does that
like the Xbox and PlayStation. Or
What?
not PlayStation. My bad. I said that wrong. Xbox and Steam. So they're integrating Steam into Xbox.
I heard about this.
So that was my bad. I mispronounced that.
I heard about
not
this.
Pronounced,
Yep, you're
missaid
right.
That.
Next generation Xbox. Hybrid ecosystems.
And then they
PCs,
announced that, and then I think like 2 weeks later, PlayStation comes out. They announced the Steam machine, like the console. Like I think the Xbox was like, really?
Okay, wait, that's so bizarre. So Project Helix didn't have anything to do with Steam?
So Project Helix is the combination of both Steam and Xbox, and it's like a hybrid between a console and a place.
Why weren't they on the same page then? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Steam console, because they're doing a Steam console. Yeah, there it is.
Mm-hmm. It's like a box. A lot of people called it the GameCube, even though Nintendo had a GameCube.
Gosh. That's so funny. The Steam machine.
Yes. So like a lot of people just call it the GameCube.
It kind of looks like a mix, like the controller looks like a mix between Xbox and PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Project Helix. Yeah, thanks for putting that in the chat. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that Steam's coming out with a console.
Yeah.
when everybody's phasing out of consoles.
Yeah.
Like, what are they thinking? Like,
Well,
maybe
a lot
it's
of people,
maybe
a
it's
lot
a
of people
fresh-
already have like a lot of games on Steam, and they want to like have like a play games with a controller
instead of
like that.
having to like use a laptop
Yeah, so
or computer.
where the Steam Machine, or I'm just gonna call it the game, like the GameCube 2.0. Like they can, that's a lot more easy
Do you
to
think
travel with.
So you think it's because Steam probably has more.
They have the Steam Deck, which is like the handheld equivalent to the Switch.
I didn't even know they had that.
So
but
it's
I
like
guess
equivalent
right
to
there.
the Switch, but like the box is like more of a hybrid console, like between a PC and a console.
Why are they coming out with a console? That is so funny. Let's see what AI to bring the power and massive library of PC gaming. You're right, into a living room. But it's just like so crazy to me that what about Project Helix? Next generation Xbox console. It's confirmed. PC console hybrid. That's wild. So it runs on Windows-based architecture, which makes sense because Microsoft owns Xbox, right?
Yeah.
It's got a Zen 6 CPU.
Like they also postponed
So
all these consoles.
It's a significant performance leap over the Xbox Series X because the Xbox Series X is that the most recent one, like the tower?
I think so. So like they actually postponed it, all these different like these consoles and stuff, because of the RAM shortages and like all like the different things, because of AI and different things like that.
Wow.
Because like it's taking all
'cause
like the
AI
memory, RAM, and different things like that.
It's gonna be so weird. Like,
And it's gonna be like increasing the pricing of all
gaming's
everything.
so different. Even with AI, it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
Like $900 to $1,200, they think, and I bet that price range
It's gonna get
render-wise,
higher.
You think so? 'Cause
It might get higher
it's kind
because of
like a
AI and all that
computer
different things.
And
Yeah.
because the chips and stuff.
The chips, the RAM, and everything. It just had some of the shortages and different things like that.
That dynamic pricing's crazy though.
Mm-hmm.
Like wow. Well, hey, it's Sheepcraft4485. Thanks so much for joining. That was really fun. I didn't know. Look, like, I don't hate PlayStation. I don't hate's a strong word, but I grew up. It's so funny. It's kind of like Android versus Apple. It's like whatever you used to. When I went over to my buddies, or even just playing on my brother-in-law's PS5, I think he has.
Yeah.
The controller for the PlayStation is so foreign to me. Like, so much more foreign than when I went from Xbox to, we got a Switch, and I got the Pro controller. Mm-hmm. Then my dog chewed it up, so the husky we have.
Like the layout is like super similar, and then the PlayStation's different.
So much like the Xbox controller that I was like, and it actually felt kind of nice, like a newer version of it. And I was like, oh, I just kind of like, because it was a little smaller. I've got kind of big hands, but it was kind of nice that it was a little quaint. But like, my hands are so used to the Xbox controller. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't even, like, I did used to play, okay, like the old school PlayStation 2 controllers. I had a PlayStation 2. Mm-hmm. That was one of the coolest consoles that ever came out, because I had the slim one, the tiny one. You could play like Rock Band and Guitar Hero. MX Unleashed was still like one of the best games ever made, that motorcycle game. I love that game. Like, I mean, of course, like, who wouldn't? You could drive dirt bikes, dune buggies, all kinds of stuff. But that controller felt more natural than the latest PlayStation controller to me.
Yeah.
Like, going from Xbox, and the Xbox, that I've always been drawn to, Call of Duty, Halo, definitely liked. But you know what, though? It all started with my buddy Matt Horsley. When we became really good friends, big Polynesian dude. And I'm like this small white kid, but I learned dude, these guys, when we would go out to eat, it was so fun because we would order so much food, and I learned how to I just could pack it away. I actually had, this is so random and off topic, but I had waffles. I grew up in a household where, bless my mom, she really helped us be as healthy as possible, almost like she never put butter on our toast and or our waffles or pancakes. And so I go over to Matt's house, and his mom brings out these waffles and puts butter on them, and then they put peanut butter on them, and then syrup, and I was like, this is amazing. And which is so funny. I was 16 the first time I ever had butter on waffles and peanut butter on waffles. Anyways, I would go over to his house. We were in middle school at the time when we started to become really good friends, and I just started getting addicted to Xbox so much that I think I drove my dad crazy a little bit. And I remember he took me to Best Buy. This is actually a cool memory that you probably won't get anymore because Amazon really wasn't a thing back then. If you wanted electronics, you went to Best Buy.
You had to go to the stores physically.
You went to, what's that place called? Fry's or whatever I think it's called in Vegas, Fry's technology or the electronics. So we went to Best Buy, and I got not just so it was the Xbox 360 Elite, which came with I think instead of I gotta look this up. How specs on Xbox 360 Elite. I remember I went because my buddy Matt, he had the white Xbox 360, just like the normal, and I think it had 60 gigabytes of hard drive. Well, the Xbox 360 Elite has 120 gigabytes and the addition of a native HDMI port. That's right, because I think that's what was
later.
awesome.
Later models eventually got the HDMI ports, and then the base one. I think that's what, I don't know exactly. I was just saying that.
Oh, this thing is so crazy. So I remember we got the Xbox 360S too, but the Xbox 360 Elite came in black. It looked like this. So it kind of looked different. Maybe it looked just like the same. And it came with, I guess, since I'm describing this and we haven't posted, I'm going to tweet this Xbox 360 Elite. So, of course, when we go, I don't even care. I'm just going to post that. Of course, when we go, I convinced my dad, oh no, this is the one we need to get because it came with Call of Duty World at War, which was the game I really wanted. World at War package. Dude, I wonder if people have this for sale. Oh my gosh. Maybe I have to put Call of Duty. There's Modern Warfare 2.
Scroll down maybe a little bit.
It came with the Elite. I think it was like that, but it came with the World at War. Gosh, the World at War game was yeah, maybe I need to go back to this other page. Call of Duty World at War Limited Collection. That's what the box looked like right there. I don't know. It was just kind of funny. Oh, look at this one. This one's been unopened. I wonder how much this is going for.
$750 for an unopened one.
Oh my gosh. So it's not even the console. What we're looking at is...
It's just a pic of the unopened case of 360 Call of Duty World at War.
I'll post it.
Hopefully it doesn't get deleted in the future.
How is this worth $750? Okay, I just posted that to our Twitter, X,
and post for our YouTube.
And YouTube. Dude, yeah, I'm telling you, like, there was just no... I can't believe someone, like, who would pay that much for the game when there's not even, like, extras on it and stuff. It's just, like, in a... Oh, do you think that was their case they put on there? Like, the protective case?
It looks like it was graded, so that's probably why it's a little bit higher up.
What does that mean?
So, like, they graded, so it's, like, 9.96 grading it out of 10, which is, like, almost a perfect condition.
I see.
So like
the actual condition.
Actual condition of it with the original wrapping and all that. Like, okay, it's almost perfect on it. And it's like, okay, that makes more sense now.
I didn't know about that. That's interesting.
They do that to a lot of, like, Pokemon cards or, like, different, like, trading cards or different things like that.
Yeah. Is that the same? This must be the same one. Yeah, $750. $750. Well, anyways, we'll end on that. Thanks for watching.
And thanks for joining in the chat.
Yeah, that was really fun. I love hearing your thoughts. Kind of adds to the conversation. That was a really fun section. We should talk about gaming more often.
Not everyone, and sometimes people are just going to get shut off by that, but it's like, it's fun. It makes us talk a little bit.
It was nostalgic. It makes me want to play those games. Like, sometimes I'll play them just for fun, like the campaigns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that concludes it. You want to give me a refill?
Yep.
Hit me.
In which way? You want me to punch you? Or
Okay, that's good. I just needed a little... Nothing like drinking Baja Blast out of a Fresca can. See ya, everybody.